Mr. President, I didn't know who I'm going to be against at the election as a person. But of course, I was very ready to fight with anyone during this process as a person. But of course, in your speech before and even today, you've emphasized harmonization as a fact, and being that my contender is my boss in parliament as the leader of opposition, I wouldn't want news to go out there that a son has defeated a father for this position. So that father-son fight, I would like to congratulate my brother and my leader, Honorable SSENYONYI, because I know he has done this work very well. He has been doing it for us.
During the National Delegate Conference, very many opposition were unopposed. Others, they had contenders and they had some engagements so that we can have one candidate. Among those positions is the spokesperson of the party. The position of being a spokesperson of the NUP had two contenders, one Allan and SSENYONYI. Okay. And during the National Delegate Conference, Allan SSEWANYANA made a passionate speech as he bowed out of the race so that SSENYONYI can pass through. So the purpose of this video, I've come to talk about why Allan SSEWANYANA opted to bow out of the race, what it means for our politics, and most importantly, the study materials we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you are new to this channel, please subscribe. And if you're watching this video from a different platform, please head on to YouTube, type in Sura Mawagali. There's a lot of content of this nature. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. First of all, we all know that there are some corridor talks that make it look like as if Allan SSEWANYANA is disfavored by the party because of very many reasons. Even in his constituency, there are very many contenders, by the way, strong contenders, from the mayor of Makinde East, Nyama, not until a few days back, the speaker of KCC, Zarika, wanted the same position. My friend Musiri, who bowed out in the last election, he also won the position. So there are very many people who are coming out to stand on Allan SSEWANYANA. And part of the signs that our leaders performed dismally is having very many contenders against him. Even in my constituency, where I'm going to run as a member of parliament for Makinde East, there are very many contenders because a leader there is weak. The voice has not reached parliament. He has performed dismally, but that will be for another day. I'll make a separate video. So I think he's also trying to, he also wanted to rejuvenate himself by maybe standing for the position. And I keep on telling people that you must try out everything. You cannot get something you never worked for. Just imagine if Allan SSEWANYANA had passed through an opposition, would be getting the position. So even me, first of all, I praise him for standing for that position. But during the National Delegate Conference, he came out to bow out. In fact, he made a speech personally and said these statements. Here's the tape.
He announced that we shall have elections of these positions. I made it sure that I show my interest in that position. Because as a party, we must have democracy, we must create space to all people and members of the party to enjoy the rights of their being members. And that's what I did to enjoy the party. Mr. President, I didn't know who I'm going to be against at the election as a person. But of course, I was very ready to fight with anyone during this process as a person. But of course, in your speech before and even today, you've emphasized harmonization as a fact, and being that my contender is my boss in parliament as a leader of opposition, I wouldn't want news to go out there that a son has defeated a father for this position. So that father-son fight, I would like to congratulate my brother and my leader, Honorable Joel SSENYONYI, because I know he has done this work very well. He has been doing it for us. He can speak better for the party in the various languages. Myself, I know English, French, Luganda and Swahili. But he has Nkole, Luganda, French, Polish, English, Lugubara, everywhere. So, and that is NUP, that we must speak for it everywhere. NUP, everywhere. So I stand down for him for the better leadership of this.
That is Allan SSEWANYANA. Okay, so I think it was great. First of all, to be true, Joel SSENYONYI has done very well. And if you compare him with Allan SSEWANYANA, I'm not saying that Allan SSEWANYANA is bad, but Joel SSENYONYI has more credentials because he's even doing the rightful job he practiced for a long period of time. He was a news anchor. A news anchor is like a spokesperson over television. Secondly, being a spokesperson of the party, you must be aggressive in at least 2 languages, English and Luganda. Joel SSENYONYI is good at that because you must be able to speak for a party in all forums. Okay? Even me, if I was among the delegates, I would still vote for Joel SSENYONYI. He's a credible leader and he has performed well. In fact, if you look at Joel SSENYONYI, you may think that maybe he's serving his 3rd term because of the eloquence, okay, the prowess he has on the floor. Okay, he has indeed delivered. But also, one would ask, why did Allan SSEWANYANA come out to stand up? Yes, it was also a good gesture to build the relationship with him and the party. In fact, I supported him. But also bowing out gives him a room for negotiation of the party ticket, because even getting a party ticket, sometimes there's a lot of dynamics at play. Truth is, support at the ground counts, and it is as the party says. But even there is more to that. There is more to that. Okay? Even the loyalty. Allan SSEWANYANA for a long period of time has been seen as a person who is disloyal. Even the previous election where he was so it was seen as if he was leaning towards Elias Lukwago group. It's the reason why Allan SSEWANYANA by they joined NUP at a later stage when they were giving out tickets. Okay, so it is also true. I supported Allan SSEWANYANA to stand for this position, but also supported him to bow out, because even if he had remained in the race, he was going to lose. In fact, remaining in the race would also bring a lot of contention. We all know here on this social media, there is a lot of fights that would link him to a person who wanted to sabotage the party, which may have been true or not, I don't know. So it was the strategic decision for Allan SSEWANYANA to bow out. What do you think? Of course, that's my opinion. Do make us by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, I implore you to subscribe, like and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. Let me also take this opportunity to tell you that I'll be running as a Member of Parliament for Makinde East Constituency 2026. The great people of Makinde East Constituency, I'm here by avail myself as the biggest contender with the brains, as a person who knows what to do, as a person with a voice. Makinde East has been facing a disservice of poor leadership. Okay? Makinde East has lost her voice for more than 20 years, ever since John Sebana Chizito went. We've been having jokers, not workers. Right now, our voice has been dimmed on the floor. We need a leader who can put our voice and flag so high. And there is none other than yours truly, Kawiye Sulaiman Mawagali. I do here ask for your vote and support. I'll see you on another one. Peace.
Nange benjagala obulungi.